is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take.
This morning I am so incredibly excited because we're in Cinque Terre and we've rented a scooter and we're gonna go explore. Last night we got here, we're staying in Rio Maggiore, which is the southernmost town. We explored the port a little bit, it's very small. Cinque Terre is in northern Italy. It's a series of 5 villages on the coast, nestled up against the water. They're the most beautiful, picturesque towns in the world, in my opinion. And I'm so excited to finally see them. This has been on the top of my Italy list for so long. So something we're gonna figure out today is if traveling Cinque Terre by scooter is a good idea or a bad idea. I really don't know, but I'm excited to see how that works out. It's gonna be really fun, I think. At home, we ride motorcycles, so it's really fun to get back on 2 wheels, and I know Colton's really excited. Ready for action. This is the setup. It's pretty sick. So the first stop, since we're staying in Rio Maggiore, is Manarola. Manarola?
Manarola. There's no T.
Oh, Manarola. So we're gonna go check it out.
Wish us luck.
If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will.
So the game plan is to drive to each town on our way up and then stop, explore a little bit, and then hit the next town. And then at the last town, Monterosso, we're gonna go to the beach, I think. So that's what we're doing right now. We're in Manarola and we're parking the scooter. We're gonna walk down, so I bet the walk up is gonna be kind of brutal, but it was really fun getting here. I'm so glad we rented a scooter. I think it's the best way to see the towns. I mean, I'm sure the hike is probably really cool, but this is super fun so far.
So there's like a gate, it seems, at the front of every town. Because of that, we are parking up at the top of each town and have to hike down in. And so we're walking down into Manarola now.
Yeah. We came up here thinking we were gonna get a really good view of Manarola, which we did, but you can actually see the other way too, and it's so cool. You can see the train tracks and you can see all the... Something that's so cool about this area is that the 5 towns, the Cinque Terre, are actually part of a national park, or like it is a national park itself. The hills are all part of the national park, so it's incredibly beautiful. And the little towns are just like nestled up on top of the hills, and it's so beautiful. Right now in Manarola, there's this awesome walkway that's built on the coast so you can see both directions, and it's so cool. They say that Manarola is the most picturesque town of the 5 towns. I think that might be true so far. It's amazing.
So Manarola,
Amazing.
beautiful. But we've got 5 little towns to see today, so we're gonna take the hike back up to the scooter and on to the next one.
Off to the next place. We're going to Vernazza.
Now we're going to Cornelia.
We're going to Cornelia. I don't know where we are. Let's go though.
We made it to Cornelia. Scooter or motorcycle, definitely the way to go if you're planning on doing a little road trip between the towns. The roads are tiny, you get way better parking.
Also, it's just like you can take the train, which is fast and easy. I feel like you get such a better feel of the context of the places when you take the road, and it's very fun on a scooter.
The train is really cool and convenient, but most of it is like underground, like they just had to tunnel through the mountains because there was no other way to get a train through here.
We're getting really good
So
views.
you're not getting like the really good views on the train. You get to see all of the little towns, but not like you do on a scooter or a bike.
I like the street a lot.
So we did just decide we're in the middle town out of the 5. We are gonna go ahead and find some lunch, see if we can find somewhere with a good view. Pretty good viewpoint.
I like this one so far. It's like way up on this hill, and it's basically just one tight street with all these little streets jutting off of it, and it's really calm and quiet and like peaceful. Yeah. I really like it. Cornelia seems like it's kind of an underrated little town. I feel like online there's not a lot of information about it. Everyone's kind of like, yeah, it's cute, it's nice. But it's so pleasant here. I like it a lot. It's a good spot.
Now we are headed on to the next town, Vernaza. We've made it to Vernaza, town number 4 on our little journey. The road was definitely the most harrowing one yet coming down here. A little bit more about it. There's basically one main like kind of highway up high up on the mountains that connects all the towns, and then little smaller roads that go down to each one of the towns. And the highway is really nice, big 2 lanes, but the roads going down into the towns sometimes are a little bit tiny. And the one coming down just now was very windy and a little bit sketchy. But we made it. It was a good time. I think going back up will be easier than coming down. So we're gonna check out this little town and then head on to Monte Rosso.
We thought it was quiet here because when we walked in, there really weren't that many people, but walked just a little further and we found all of them.
Because we're downhill from the train station now.
Yeah, all these people took the train, and so we were like, oh, it's so quiet. But it's just because we were walking from very far away.
It is yet another very pretty little town though. One way that you can choose to see all of the towns of Cinque Terre is by hiking through all of them. And it seems like a lot of people are doing that because we see people just with like looking really tired and sweaty at this point of the day with hiking boots on. We obviously did not choose to do that, mostly because we thought a scooter would be more fun, and we are totally not equipped to do a full day of hiking.
Yeah, we don't have like hiking boots or anything.
No.
So we might walk between, you can walk from Cornelia to Vernaza, I think, but I don't know if we're gonna do that or not since we've already driven it.
It would be a really cool thing, really cool way to see Cinque Terre someday.
Yeah.
But not on this trip.
Yeah, because I think you get really good views and stuff, but yeah, might not be in the cards for us this time. Wow. Oh, it's so hot.
Hop on, babe.
The road from Vernaza to Monte Rosso, amazing. Amazing views. So good. That was great.
Yeah.
That made the scooter worth it.
Show me where the ending goes. Honest.
Monte Rosso is also the biggest of the 5 towns in Cinque Terre, which you can definitely tell because we're already like a fair distance into town, and I can tell we're still a good ways away from the beach. It also feels quiet right now, but we've been fooled before. We haven't made it to the train station yet.
Yeah.
So
That's where the crowds
that's where the people are going to be.
I think it'll be busy. I like it. Yeah, so there's 2 roads you can drive down if you're taking a car or a scooter. We went to, not the wrong one, but we went to the one we didn't mean to go to. But either way, you can go either way because there's a walking tunnel that's very short. You can get to either side. We're gonna go down to the beach right there.
Yes, we are.
To get back the life I used to know.
All right, so what do you think? Is a scooter the best way to get around in Cinque Terre?
The best way is a hard question because there are many ways you can get in between the 5 different towns: a train, a car, hiking, or a scooter or motorcycle. But I think it's my favorite way. I love motorcycles. The view from up top, getting the difference between down in the towns and being close to the water and looking across to the next town, and then going up into the mountains and seeing way above like the entire region, almost getting like into the national park area a little bit more.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's my favorite way and a very good way to get around Cinque Terre.
My favorite part about it was the fact that you get to see more than just the towns. Like, you're seeing the national park that the towns are inside of, and it's so beautiful. You get like really high up, And so I just think it's really cool. I mean, I think it's the best way, but you know, whatever.
I think it might be the most Italian way.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of scooters in Italy, and it feels very authentic. Because it's easy to take the train and very convenient and quick.
Yeah.
Not quite as easy to take a scooter, but it's a whole different new experience.
Yeah, I liked that it was an experience in itself, and I think the train would have been really fun. And we'll take the train tomorrow, but we got to see all 5 towns today quickly, which was a little bit of a bummer, but I mean, I think if you don't have a lot of time, it's a really great way to do like all of it in one day, but get more of a full day experience out of it. It's just so pretty from up top. We'll show you how awesome it is up there. It's so cool on the way back.